Hey guys, Aaron Kubitz, personal trainer, functional aesthetics VC, blending science and innovation to help busy men in their 40s build muscle, shed fat, and perform better in their lives inside and outside the gym. So I'm going to do a little bit of a deviation from my typical format here where I'm just talking about a particular fitness topic. I'm actually going to be doing that, but I'm going to be doing it while also showing you some video footage of a workout that I did this past Sunday. So one thing that I've noticed over the years, and especially as I've transitioned from doing more of a job where I'm on my feet most of the day to having a job where I'm sitting a lot, is that running in general, while it's good for your cardiovascular health, it tends to wear your muscles down, also tends to wear down the joints, particularly if you're not doing anything to strengthen or build up the muscles around them, right? Now, you can go into the gym, you can do squats, you can do lunges, you can do deadlifts, but these are typically done for with heavier weight, right? You're not typically there trying to get a sort of, what we say, like a muscular endurance effect. Now, you can do it that way, but if I'm going to be doing like a lot of reps of something, I would rather do it in a more, outdoor environment, or do it somewhere where it's a little bit more entertaining, because the high rep stuff tends to wear you down a little bit psychologically. It's not quite as fun as just doing, 5 to 10 reps of something where you can lift at a decently heavy amount of weight. So on this particular day, I was feeling a little bit of brain fog, and actually this is one of the reasons why I like to go out and walk. I like to go for runs and stuff like that, because it helps to clear your mind, right? Now, the lifting is good for, building the muscles and the strength and stuff. It can even increase your alertness a little bit too, but I find that getting a wide variety of different sorts of stimulus is the best for my overall health, including my mental health. And my joints were not quite feeling ready, and I was kind of in that in-between stage, right? Between having enough energy built up to go for an actual run and having too much energy to just go for a walk, right? And I also didn't have the energy for like a full-on lifting session either. So I picked something right in between those two. And this is actually somewhat a modified ruck march, which has gained a lot of popularity in recent years. However, instead of like where a ruck march where you're just wearing a weighted vest, you're carrying a pack or something like that, what I was doing was I was alternating between carrying a sandbag in front of me or having it on my shoulder. And then because I was filming this and I didn't have a camera crew, I had to run back and forth to go back and grab the camera. So I was getting a little bit of the running in and I was getting a little bit of the weighted carry, but it wasn't a continuous run and it wasn't just all lifting either. It's kind of a blend, hybrid in between those two things. And so what I've found is that it's good for my training to go from high intensity, like you're doing back squats, you're doing heavy lifting in the gym, then you go to like a moderate intensity where it's like you're riding a bike, you're rucking, maybe you're going for a hike or something. So you're getting a little bit of that muscular endurance thing going on. And then when you don't really have the strength and stuff or you're not in the physiological state to do the high intensity stuff, then you switch over and do something that's moderate intensity, like doing the run. So it's much more aerobic in nature. You're going out there doing a run, and then of course on like the rest days when you're not really want to do any sort of workout at all, then you go for a walk, and it's nice chill way to recover yourself, just kind of help to mobilize, fatty acids, move nutrients around, get the blood pumping, because, we don't need to be doing a full-on workout every single day, but we should remain active every single day, 7 days a week, whether that's gardening, doing work around the house, going for a walk, maybe going for a walk in the morning, going for a walk in the evening. If you got time, go for a short walk in the middle of the day as well. That's things that we can do every single day. It's not going to wear us down. It's going to actually help us recover faster from our lifting and different things like that. All right, so lastly and in closing, one of the benefits of doing this form of exercise, as opposed to just straight out going for a run or going for a bike ride, is that if your goal is to maintain muscle mass and also help you to burn extra calories and help you to get leaner and burn body fat, this is a much more efficient way to do it than to just go out and do cardio, because you are using your entire body. Like when you're carrying the sandbag in front of you, the biceps, the core, your shoulders, everything like that are getting used at the same time. When you're lifting it up onto your shoulder, you're using your back muscles, you're using your entire posterior chain while you're doing that as well. And then carrying it on the one shoulder, you obviously have to use the obliques, you have to use the core to stabilize your spine while you're carrying that weight as you're walking along. And so it allows you to get a stimulus or a training effect in a much shorter period of time. Now, there are some drawbacks to this as well, because not particularly in this setting, but often in the interest of trying to get better results in a shorter period of time, people will rely too heavily on doing what you'd call HIIT workouts, or your high intensity interval training, which when you go to a commercial gym and you go to these group exercise classes, you're not actually usually doing high intensity interval training, as it were. What you're actually doing is something called circuit training. True high intensity interval training is something if you were going down to the track and you were actually running like 100-meter sprints, if you're doing Olympic lifting, if you're doing box jumps, even if you're doing like 1 rep max deadlifts, squats, things like that. Things where you can sustain, it's all out, maximally sustained effort for 5 to 10 seconds, and then you're done, right? So like the sprint, boom, you go as fast as you can until that ATP phosphagen system burns out. And then you need a couple of minutes to pace around, walk around, recover before you go and you do it again. When you're doing these high intensity or HIIT workout type things in the group exercise classes, what you're actually getting is that interval training. Because if you're able to go from one exercise and then go right back into another exercise, back to back to back to back, you're not actually doing high intensity. Although it might feel like you're working really hard, you're actually improving your endurance more than anything else. So with that being said, trying to get condensed down and get that epoch effect or the afterburn effect, or trying to get results in a shorter period of time, it works up until a certain point. And after that, if you're trying to get, like, if all of your workouts are super high intensity, you end up frying your nervous system. Because high intensity work, yes, it does produce more calorie burn in a shorter period of time. It's more stressful on the body, and so you can get better results in a shorter period of time. But if you're relying on those kind of workouts all the time, it's also very stressful on the nervous system, and over time you can lead to injury and burnout. So yes, there is an advantage of trying to get faster results by being, efficient with your time, not, just doing lots of high reps or tons and tons of push-ups or something like that, thinking you're going to get faster results. But there is a time and a place for just going for a walk. There's a time and a place for, doing higher repetitions, doing lower intensity, and it's going to take you longer time. But, reserve that, quick, efficient stuff for when you truly do not have a lot of time to train. So guys, hopefully you found some benefit from the video. If you did, go ahead and drop a like on the like button below. If you're interested in seeing more content related to workout design, both for building muscle, shedding fat, and improving athletic performance, or avoiding injuries along the way, the path of your fitness journey, or if you should sustain those injuries in the process, how to work around those. If any of those kind of topics are appealing to you as a man over 40, then go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel by hitting the button in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. We'll see you all next time for more health and fitness information. Thanks guys for watching.